So hello and welcome everyone. So just starting, just maybe placing our hands on our hearts and just taking some breaths into our heart space together, connecting to each other, everyone who's present in the room, and also everyone who's going to be watching this on recording, and also everybody who's currently around the world celebrating Mahashivarati, singing mantras to Shiva and welcoming and celebrating that divine presence. So taking some breaths together. And just allowing ourselves to come into alignment with ourselves and with that divine masculine presence, imagining that core of light coming down through our head, down through our body to the earth. And no matter what's been going on in our lives before the session or we might have to sort out after, just giving that permission to come into stillness, to come into presence with ourselves and with each other and with the divine here tonight. And for this session, we're just going to call in, Shiva, calling in Shiva, calling in Shakti, calling in that divine masculine and divine feminine. Calling in also our highest guides for love and support through this session. Any angels or beings of love who might want to support us on our journey back to our truest light, our truest love, our truth, to allow us to feel safe and held to radiate our truth into the world, because the world really does need our light. Just breathing into all that we are. So this session's been held by me, Shakti, Tracy and Alex, and his lovely sister Julie's going to be supporting him on the drum. And we're going to do this session, and we're going to begin with Alex sharing some beautiful songs and stories about Shiva and some mantra. And then we're going to go into Shamanic journey and some Conscious Connected Breathwork as well, but I'll explain them as we go into them. But for now, I'm going to hand over to Alex. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, and good evening, everybody. It's so beautiful to see you all here tonight in celebration of this auspicious evening, and lovely to see some children here as well. So welcome, everybody. Om Namah Shivaya, happy Mahashivartri. So my name's Alex, and this is my sister Julie, who will be providing some percussive support for us tonight once we get into the music a little bit. So I just thought I'd open up I've got a couple of slides to share actually, just for a bit of a visual to go along with what I'm going to talk about. Let me just share my screen for a moment. We have been having a few technical challenges tonight. Hopefully them gremlins have been ironed out now, but let's see, shall we? Which screen is that? Is that good? Yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs up for the screen share. Okay, thank you so much. Technology for so yeah, happy Mahashivartri. So just a few words about this auspicious night that we're celebrating here together, and indeed is being widely celebrated throughout the world. So Ratri is night. Shiva is obviously Shiva, so it's the night of Shiva, but it's actually Mahashivartri, so it's the great night of Lord Shiva. And there's actually a Shivatri every month, a night of Shiva every single month, and the night of Shiva is the 13th night of the lunar moon before the new moon. So it's the darkest night of the month with the least amount of light, which actually beautifully represents what Shiva stands for, which is that pure divine consciousness and space and awareness, and from within the darkness, the light of creation can manifest. So that's the reason it's celebrated each night of the month, specifically this time of year. It's said that so the new moon between February and March, where we are at the moment, it's said that because of the orientation of the planet, especially in the northern hemisphere, the tilt on the axis, if you like, there's a natural upsurge, they say, in the energies that us as humans are particularly receptive to, which that upsurge of energy is what connects us when we tune into it, what helps connect us to that divinity within, to that pure consciousness, to that pure awareness, which is exactly what, Shiva represents. The transcendental state beyond our limited bodies, beyond our limited minds, beyond our limited egos, beyond all the elements, our truest and highest self, that pure inner light of awareness within. And it's also said that the energies on this night are so powerful that when we chant Om Namah Shivaya, as we will be doing shortly, and I'm very much looking forward to chanting with you all tonight, when we chant Om Namah Shivaya, it's said to be 1,000 times more powerful compared to any other night of the year when chanted. So this is really powerful energy that we can tap into tonight when we go inside, when we find that stillness within and connect to that inner light of awareness, which is Shiva. So it's beautiful to be part of this collective, tuning in with all the millions of other people on the planet who will be celebrating tonight. And actually, traditionally, in the Indian and Hindu traditions, depending on the tradition and the region, within the cultures, there are slightly different celebrations, but essentially it's an all-night festival, unlike many other Hindu festivals which are celebrated during the day. This is really a festival of the darkness, of that awareness of the darkness, and it's an all-night festival, so people stay up all night. They fast in honour of Shiva for him to bestow their blessings on him, and they in the temples they will make offerings to the Shiva lingam, and chant and dance and sing and praise all night long, from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. from sunrise to sunset, essentially. And then they break their fast in the morning after a bath. So that's kind of traditionally how it's celebrated. But it's lovely just to spend this time tonight to be able to celebrate this with all of you together. So the other aspect of the Mahashivartri, the great night of Shiva, is actually it's a celebration also of the union between Shiva and Shakti, in this case Parvati, which is Parvati is one of the Hindu goddesses, one of the goddesses of yoga, manifestation of Shakti, of that pure divine mother energy, Mahadevi, and the union between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It's actually said, I've just learned this quite recently, actually, or heard this said quite recently, that Shiva without Shakti is just Shava. So as in Shavasana in yoga, which is corpse, which is dead body pose, right? So without Shakti, Shiva is inert, Shiva is Shava, Shiva is a corpse, Shiva is motionless. And it's the Shakti that ignites the spark within Shiva. It's the Shakti that illuminates the darkness. It's the Shakti that illuminates the night. So it's a celebration of the coming together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and the creation that exists within that unmanifest space, as represented here by the merging, the union of Mahadeva, Mahashiva, and Mahadevi, Mahaparvati. So Shiva is traditionally most widely known and celebrated as the god of destruction, I suppose, and one of the main deities of Hinduism, of the three, of the Trimurti, of the Hindu Trinity. Lord Brahma, the creator, Lord Vishnu, the protector or preserver, and Shiva, the destructor. The destructive form of the Almighty, but not destruction in an arbitrary sense, destruction of that which no longer serves, to create room for new. And actually, as we come out of this era and into a new era, this age of light, this age of consciousness that we're coming into, this is really Shiva's play. This is his time to break down the stuff that no longer serves, to allow for the divine spark of the great mother of Mahadevi to weave her web of creation in that space that he creates from his destructive and regenerative powers. So he has many different names and forms. Shiva actually means the auspicious one, but he's also known as Mahadeva, the great god, Maheshvara. Shankara, so Shankar is doubt, actually. So doubt, and Hara is remover. So Shankar is the remover of doubt. Shambho, the auspicious one. Again, Nataraja is the cosmic dancer. So many of you may have seen that depiction of Shiva in his cosmic dance play, and that again is his dance of destruction and creation, which again it's said he dances cosmically on the night of Mahashivartri at the centre of the universe. He's, as I mentioned, husband to Parvati, the divine union between the masculine and the feminine, and indeed they're parents to Lord Ganesh, who is the elephant-headed deity, the remover of obstacles and the god of new beginnings. Shiva is, as well as this, the iconography, Shiva is unmanifest, and actually Shiva is the pure consciousness and the pure supreme reality, and actually we are Shiva. When we transcend and let go of our egos, our attachments, our anger, our pride, our ignorance, that's what we are. We are at the pure core of ourselves, our highest aspect, the para-atman, the highest self, the purusha, if you like, in terms of yogic philosophy. We are all Shiva, but we lose sight of that fact through limitations of the mind, body, and ego. So this practice tonight, this celebration, is about transcending those aspects of ourselves which don't serve and connect us with our highest nature, with our highest divinity, with the Shiva, with the healer within us all. So he's absolutely the supreme reality and consciousness, the source of everything. His main bija mantra is Om, and we'll be chanting Om very shortly, actually, because I could actually spend the whole 2 hours here just talking about the myths and the legends and the stories and the traditions, because I find it also beautiful and fascinating. But actually, the experience of this evening isn't in the knowing or in the learning or in the understanding. It's in the experience of the feeling and the being. And when we chant mantra, so mantra is a combination of two Sanskrit root words. So man is from the Sanskrit word manas, which is mind, and tra is from instrument. So mantra is an instrument of the mind, and when we chant mantra, japa, repetition, of certain sacred syllables and sounds and divine names, divinity, then it helps us get out of the limited mind and connect in with the heart space and connecting with that true divinity from within. So with all that said, I'd like to invite you all to chant with me. So Om Namah Shivaya is the main sort of name mantra for Lord Shiva. Its literal meaning, Om obviously is the primordial sound, the prime mantra of the Purusha, of the highest self, of the cosmos. It's the sound of creation, it's the sound of everything, that all sounds, vibration and everything is manifest from. Nama is simply I bow to you. Shivaya, Shiva, I bow to you, Lord Shiva. But given what I just said about Shiva being ourselves, we're actually bowing down to the divinity within each and every one of us. We're not worshipping a specific god or deity and putting them on a pedestal as being something separate or greater than us. It is us. We are that. We are that divinity. We are Shiva. So we are bowing down to ourselves. So that's the literal meaning of it. But actually, it as with all things in these traditions, it has a much deeper meaning than that. And it's what's called a Panchakshara mantra, which is a 5-syllable mantra. Each syllable or vowel of the mantra is represents a sort of cosmic vibration. In this sense, it's related to the elements and the chakras in our body. So the Na is the earth element and the root chakra. The Ma is the water element. Shi is the fire. The Va is the air, and the Ya is the ether. And Om and Aum is the transcendence of all those states of being within the physical reality to the divinity, to the higher self. So literally, the vibration of this mantra embodies everything that we are, all of creation, all aspects of the divine, all within this very simple mantra. So I'm just going to start a bit of a drone here. The other thing just to mention as well that's an aspect of the celebration of this great night is, as well as staying awake, they say it's very important to keep an erect spine and to stay upright. So if you need to lie down for whatever reason, that's absolutely fine. Make yourself comfortable. But to receive the full benefits of this upsurge of amazing energy that's available tonight, and collectively it's recommended to sit upright with an erect spine. And so I invite you to do that now and just settle in. Maybe close down your eyes, soften your gaze, and just start to connect in with that divinity, that inner light of awareness within. And maybe just start by noticing your breath, connecting in with your breathing, just following the breath in, following the breath out. The mind will wander, undoubtedly, as it always does. Just notice that and bring it back to the breath. And so, keeping your awareness on the breath for now, your awareness inside, your eyes closed down, feeling that inner light of awareness running through your central channel from the crown of your head and above, drawing in that energy from the divine down through the spine, down to your root, down to your seat, and just connecting in with that central channel as an antenna to the divine, as an antenna to God. And we'll start by chanting. We'll start 3 Oms together, and then actually before we start chanting Om Namah Shivaya, which we'll do 108 of together. Where have I put my mala? Oh yeah, got it. Thank you. We'll do 108 of that. But before we do, we'll chant the mantra, the Mahashivartri, in its broken down form as just the vowels, and each one of these vowels is like the seed sound of creation, essentially. So just staying connected with the breath, maybe drawing that awareness down to your root chakra at the base of your spine, the connection to the earth, that grounding stability. And we'll chant 3 Oms to begin with together, just to open up this space, connect with that higher aspect of ourselves, start to drop out of the mind, and also the connection between each other here. Although this is just an online container, this is a beautiful opportunity for us to connect energetically and really make an impact on that unified field of consciousness that exists way all beyond our limited bodies and minds. So in a moment, taking a nice deep breath into the belly, and on the exhale we'll chant Om together, and we'll chant 3 Oms to begin with. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Breathing in into that root chakra. Sitting with that vibration for a moment. Sitting with that light of awareness, keeping your awareness at the root chakra at the base of the spine. That sense of grounding stability of Mother Earth. And we'll chant Na together with full awareness down at that root chakra. So taking a nice deep breath in. Now just allowing that awareness to rise slowly up your central channel, up from the root chakra into the pelvic area, into that seed of creation, fluid creativity, fluid water element. With your awareness there, of that space of creativity, we'll chant Ma, taking a nice deep breath in together. Now just allowing that awareness from your sacral chakra to travel up your spine, up your central channel. It's just above the navel center, Manipura chakra, that power center, that passionate side, where our inner power lies, that inner fire. Keeping the awareness there, we'll chant Shi, taking a nice deep breath into that fire center. allowing that energy, that awareness to flow from the lower 3 chakras up into the chest, to your heart center, that space of unconditional love, divine love, really connecting with that space, really feel into your heart. And maybe just bring to mind as well, in your mind's eye, someone who you love so deeply. And hold on to that feeling of love in your heart, allowing it to permeate around your whole being as we chant the next vowel, Va, at the heart center, full awareness there at that space of unconditional love. Taking a nice deep breath in. Va. Holding on to that feeling of unconditional divine love in your heart, and allowing that loving energy to flow up further through the central channel, through the nadis, up to your throat chakra, that place of your expression, your truth, your voice. Setting that free now, allowing that to expand into this awareness. As we take a breath in together, we'll chant Ya. Taking a nice deep breath in. Ya. Now as we start to transcend the 5 elements and move up, taking that awareness up to the 3rd eye energy center, the Ajna chakra between the eyebrows. Maybe just lifting your gaze slightly internally, taking the awareness fully to that 3rd eye energy center. As we chant Om with full awareness on our 3rd eyes, taking a nice deep breath in. Finally, before we put all these elements together, Om Namah Shivaya, now allowing your awareness to ascend from the 3rd eye, taking all that beautiful energy we've collected and risen up the spine through the central channel to the crown. Space at the top of your head, that connection with the divinity above, the gates to that pure light of awareness, to that truth, to Shiva. And with your full awareness there, that crown chakra, Sarasrana, as we chant Om, Aum, which in itself contains the sounds and syllables of all of creation in itself. So full awareness on the crown chakra, taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Just feeling in to that vibration, connecting with that divinity, that inner light of awareness, connecting to your highest self, the Paratma, the Purusha, to Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham. I am Shiva. I am the healer. I am divine. I am that. And we'll chant now 108 rounds. Not 108 rounds. That would take a long time. But 108 recitations of Om Namah Shivaya. And you can do this internally or you can do it out loud, but just keeping your awareness within, and as the mind wanders, it probably will, just bring it back. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Mahadev Jaya Shiva Shankara. And just resting in that vibration, that energy, that pure divinity, the inner light of awareness. Feeling that pure consciousness through every cell of your body. And slowly in your own time, opening up your eyes, maybe just bringing soft focus awareness to an object in front of you. Extending that awareness of your surroundings to your peripheral vision. Just feeling into that space, that energy. And I'll hand back over to Shakti, Tracy, to introduce the breathwork and the shamanic journey on the Mahashivarati.
Thank you so much, Alex. And yeah, just send Alex some love for that. I feel overflowing with love. Actually, I feel a bit altered actually to come into my bit, but really appreciate you setting the intention and bringing that powerful male energy into the space, and all that Shiva that flows through you. So we're going to go into a bit of a shamanic journey and a breath break practice, because we felt it was important to create a space where it wasn't just working with other practices, to give a space where we can actually explore what it means to us. What is Shiva to us? What's that internal experience of the divine masculine, of this energy? And we're going to do two practices. So first of all, we're going to do a shamanic journey, where we're going to give an opportunity to journey to connect to Shiva, or when it mightn't turn up is a reflection of Shiva that we saw in books. It may come up something completely different. It may come up as an animal. It may come up as someone from your life. It may come up as Jesus, Buddha, but we're just leaving open to see, well, to connect to that energy in the form that is most right for you to connect with. And then if it feels right, we're going to also give the opportunity to merge with that energy. And in shamanic practices, we merge with powers like this in order to start to take on that power, so that we can take on this energy more than ourselves. And we might use this if we're doing extraction work, if we're doing healing work, but it also gives an opportunity for us to start to attune to that vibration of energy and help us to let go of what is not. So doing this can help us to let go of generational trauma. It can help us let go of the false ideas we have had about the divine masculine and the masculine as it flows through you, flows through all of us, and to bring in this energy again in its purest aspect, and really start to embody that. And then after the shamanic journey, and I'll lead us into doing that and I'll lead us out of it, we're going to go into the conscious connected breathwork. With conscious connected breathwork, or I'll share another practice as well, like a heart connected one, because there are some contraindications for the conscious connected one. But with the conscious connected breathwork, we do go into like a more altered state of consciousness, and we're going to be doing it without music today, because I really want to have that chance for that purity of connection to Shiva or the divine masculine aspect that exists within the breath itself. We have this direct line to this energy, with us all the time. So we're going to be working directly with the breath itself, and allowing ourselves to realize that actually we're not separate from the breath. The breath is us. The divine masculine exists within us. And as we go into connection with that, we're going to just really experience what it is to embody that. And we'll also have the option as well, if you want to, as we're doing the breath work, to bring in that affirmation of I am Shiva, and see what that shakes up in you, what it supports you to let go of. And to really embody like more of that energy. And with all these things, only ever do what feels comfortable, what you get a right yes for yourself. And if anything doesn't feel right, just let it go and just work with the ones what does feel right for you. So as I said, there are some contraindications for doing the conscious connected breathwork. So really don't advise it if you're pregnant at the moment. If you've got a history of psychosis or serious mental illness, it's not that you can't do conscious connected breathwork. I just wouldn't really recommend doing it on an online space where I can't hold you properly. If you've got any heart or high blood pressure conditions, some serious ones of that aren't regulated at the moment, glaucoma or epilepsy, really wouldn't advise doing it. But what I would advise is for you to do a breathing where you just breathe focus into the heart. So just breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. And in the heart space, it's the connection to divinity, to our diamond self, to our own divinity. And so even breathing slowly into that area, really activates and gets a connection. And also if you're just feeling like, actually, I want to just a bit more of a chill out breathe tonight, I don't really want to go into an altered state, because conscious connected breath, it can be quite activating. Just do the slower heart breathing as well. But if you would like to do the conscious connected breathwork tonight, as Alex said, we're going to be doing it sitting up. we're going to be sitting up to do the direct channel. If you feel like halfway through you want to lie down, that's fine. But if possible, let us sit up into our power. Let us sit up into be that open channel and really embody that energy tonight. I have met Shiva a few times when I've done Conscious Connected Breathwork, and every single time he said, sit up. Sit up in your power. So there is truth in that for me as well. And that wasn't something I was taught from external. That was Shiva himself said that to us, because he does turn up. He does turn up when we call him in, you know, and why wouldn't he? You know, the gods, they want to work with us, you know, they want us to give them access so that they can bring this positive changes into the world. And we're opening ourselves to be channel. I want to be a channel for that love to flow through me. So we're just creating a container today where we're allowing that to be possible. So yeah, so we're going to do the breath work sitting up. And when we do Conscious Connected Breathwork, well, this time I want you to start by focusing the breath into that heart space still. At least for the first 5 minutes, because again, like I said, when we connect to the heart, we're connecting to the divinity. So for the first 5 minutes of the breath, I just want you to try to focus the breath like a lightning bolt, like a laser, into that center of the heart to activate that diamond, that divinity that goes within you. But don't think you have to do that for the full half an hour. We're going to do half an hour of breathing. After the first 5 minutes, just allow yourself to go, allow ourselves to trust the energy and the intelligence of the breath itself to go to where it's most needed. So that might be full body breaths, it might be upper chest breathing. I don't know, it might feel like you're breathing into your toes, but really trust the breath itself has its own intelligence. It knows where to go. And don't worry whether you're getting it right, whether you get it wrong. Just trust that whatever's coming through will be perfect for you today. The main thing about Conscious Connected Breathwork, though, is that we're not leaving a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. So it's like a circular breathing technique. So it's a bit like... And while you're doing the upper chest breathing, the heart breathing, you may find it's quite a faster breath, like... because it's quite a shallow one. But as you go into it, you may find that you end up slower breathing and really filling yourself up. But it's always choosing what's right for you as well. Generally, you find that sometimes you go into that stronger, more altered state if you're doing the faster breathing, but not always as well. It's always best just to trust what it is that you need at that time and listen to your needs. If you want to ramp it up, though, you can breathe faster. And if you want to slow it down, just breathe slower. And if you want to return to normal space, just open your eyes, go to normal breathing, and you very quickly return to normal awareness. It is very normal sometimes, because we are flooding ourselves with this divine energy, and anything that is not that, or anything that's been suppressed, trapped in the body, does sometimes often come up for release. So this might be tears might come up, you might feel a bit fear, any emotion, sometimes laughter comes up. If that happens, just allow it to be released. Sometimes you get bits of story of where it come from, but there's usually a bit of detachment. Most important is just allow them to be released and then return back to the breath. Don't need to get lost in the stories. You don't need to know why it's coming up. Just all the time it's like, okay, that's out. It's made more space for more of this light to come back into your body. And it's always just reinforcing that you only need to do it at the rate that's right for you. We never need to hammer these things down. If we can do these practices with absolute love and respect for ourselves, then we're doing them the best way that we can possibly do it. Other things that might happen is sometimes your temperature changes, you go up or down. You sometimes get body movement going on, and I think this happens as we're embodying this God energy, and it's sort of shaking free anything that is not that. And sometimes this physical movement can just help that to shake free. Sometimes it can be quite strong. Sometimes it's just a bit milder. Sometimes you even might you feel that impulse to change shape, to move, to even stand up. If you want to do that, feel free, but just being aware that we're creating this altered state, and you might feel a little bit dizzy, so just looking after yourself with that. It's very normal as well to also feel tingling in your fingers, and sometimes your hands might even cramp up. If that happens, it's totally safe. You can just continue to breathe through it, or again, if you want to reduce the breathing, and that's totally fine. And you're absolutely in control of your own experience. If anything feels uncomfortable, you can come back out, and then you can go back in again. You can change the heart breathing. But you do very quickly go back out of it. So So always feel to do what's right for you. So you can do it with the cameras on or off as well. It can be quite nice to do it with the cameras on, to be witness and to help you stay in the space. But if you just feel like I would just want to be cameras off and do it in my own little space, that's totally fine as well. Yeah, just support you to have the experience that is right for you. And after we've done the breathing for about half an hour, I'll tell you that will finish. We'll have a couple of minutes of silence, and I think Alex is going to then bring us back with a song, which will be lovely. Has anyone got any questions about any of that? If you have, pop them in the chat box, and if not, we're going to go into the shamanic journey first of all. So if anyone hasn't done a shamanic journey, I'm going to drum for about 10 minutes. And like I say, I'm going to lead us into it. You might want to do this sitting up, or you might want to do it lying down. Usually we do it lying down in this country, but if you want to try sitting up today to be in that full Shiva power, you're totally welcome as well. And like I say, for this journey, we're going to go to the upper world. This is where we'll meet gods and guides in human form, usually. But we're going to go there with the specific intention that we're going there to connect to Shiva or the divine masculine aspect in whatever form that Shiva divine masculine wants to appear to you. If nothing turns up, don't worry about it. We're going into the breath work as well. It may turn up there, but the most important thing is that we're setting that intention. That is what we're calling in tonight. And we're going to go up there like trackers, and we're going to find that for us. When we meet that aspect, you may want to find out if they've got any messages for you, anything they want to say to you, any support they want to give you, and then I'll guide us into merging with that aspect. And we usually merge with a guide or a god by either using our hands to invite it into our body, or just simply stepping into that energy and allowing it to fill our being. But I'll lead us through that near at a time. So during the shamanic journey, do it with the eyes closed, just so we start to becoming the same with the breath work, so we're aware of this inner landscape. And I'm going to drum for about 10 minutes for this, and then I'll call us back. So there's plenty of time there. So again, we're just going to take some breaths together. Breathing into the heart space. And with each breath, breathing in that Shiva energy. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. When I start to drum, we're going to go up to the upper world to connect to Shiva, the divine masculine, in the form that's most right for you to meet. So staying in the space, and if it feels right for you, just checking, is it right for you to merge with that divine masculine aspect, Shiva? And if it is, just stepping into that or inviting it into your body. So just sitting in the power of that energy. And even if you didn't connect anything there, still just sitting in that energy, sitting in that power of I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Allowing you to sit in that strength and just feeling how it feels, how you hold yourself differently. To be in that place of presence, of wisdom. And just allowing yourself to take some breaths as you hold that energy within yourself, and knowing that you can choose to hold this energy at any time and to feel how it feels within your physical body. So we are going to go into the Conscious Connected Breathwork or heart breathing now. When we do the Conscious Connected Breathwork, we're going to do it through the mouth. We do this as it allows the brain to know we're doing something different now, and also to breathe faster and easier. So just have a relaxed mouth. And like I say, we're just not leaving any pauses between the in-breath and the out-breath. And for the first 5 minutes or so, just want to focus that breath. With laser focus into the heart space. Allowing the breath to help us break off any of those layers of protections or armours or crusts, to really get back to that point of light, our divinity that we all hold at the centre of our own heart. I'm going to be breathing along with you. You do not have to follow the same rhythm as what I'm breathing. My breath is more there as an anchor to remind you to breathe. And after the half an hour, I'll let you know when the time's up, and we'll have a couple of minutes of silence, and then Alex will bring us back in with a song together. So when you're ready, let's just start to breathe together. And just to say as well, I will introduce the affirmation, I am Shiva, and it's up to you at that moment if you feel it's right for you to bring it in. It's really using the breath to connect to that Shiva that exists within each breath. And if you need to shake your body at all, or make any sounds, just to help that energy move through, feel free. And then return into the breath. And while you're breathing, if you want to repeat in your head the Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, we can bring that in. Just silent repeat as you breathe. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And if it feels right, just in your head, bringing in as you breathe that affirmation of I am Shiva, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. I am Shiva, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. And filling yourself with that air, with that light. I am Shiva, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. Fill yourself with that divinity that exists in every atom of the breath, every atom of existence, every atom of you. I am Shiva, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. Celebrating all that you are, all that I am, all that we are. And really bringing in the light and supporting us to let go of anything that is not that, anything that is not of that purest, highest vibration of love and Shiva energy. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. And if you need your body to shake or to make any sounds, just allowing them to be released. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Om Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. I am Shiva. And really bringing in that energy of celebration, that there is no separation between us and the divine. No separation between us and Shiva. I am Shiva, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. Bring those fullness of those breaths, permeating every aspect of our being. Namah Shivaya. Om 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 Namah Shivaya. So we've got about 10 minutes left, so just keep bringing in that energy, bringing in that love. Let it sparkle every atom in your body. I am Shiva, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. Tonight is your night. So just starting to allow the breath to go slow down. We're just going to come into stillness for 5 minutes now. Allowing us to feel that energy within.
Just inviting you now to start to come back from your breathwork journey. There's no rush, taking your time, coming back into the space and just receiving this mantra in honour of Lord Shiva and indeed yourself. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivadanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityo mokshiyamamritata. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivadanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityo mokshiyamamritata. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivadanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityo mokshiyamamritata. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivoham. And an invitation now to join in as you feel called to a more melodic version. Thanks to Mickey Slade's version, Om Namah Shivaya. And join in as you see fit. Maybe add some percussion, you have a drum or a shaker, or indeed just your body, your hands, whatever you feel called. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om just to finish up tonight's celebrations in honour of ourselves, of our highest selves, of our best selves, Lord Shiva. We'll finish with one final song, together the words of which are on the screen here. So Jaya Shiva Shankara. Jaya means victory. Shiva is, of course, Shiva. Shankara is another name for Shiva, which I mentioned earlier. So Shankar is doubt, and Hara is the remover. So it's Shiva as the remover of doubt. Jaya Shiva Shankara, and Bom Bom is his drum of transformations. In the iconography of Shiva, he's often depicted holding a damaru, a double-headed drum they pound in the temples, and it's the drum of transformation. So this is a powerful chant in honour of that transformational power that lies within us all, that power of creation, that power of destruction. Join in as you feel called. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara Hara. Hara 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 Hara. Shiva Mahadeva. Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara 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 Shiva Mahadeva Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara 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 Shiva Mahadeva Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara 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 Shiva Mahadeva Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara Hara Jaya Shiva Shankara Bom Bom Hara 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 Bom Bom Hara 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 Shiva Mahadeva Jaya Shiva Shankara Hara Hara Mahadev Hara Hara Mahadev Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Just to close out my part this evening before I hand back to Shakti Tracy, just to wrap up proceedings, I'd just like to invite you all to close down your eyes and just connect in with yourself, that higher aspect of yourself. How are you feeling? Close with just a universal peace mantra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. First peace is for your own inner peace. The second peace or Shanti is for all the people around you, everybody here tonight. Sending blessings of peace, unimaginable peace to you all, to all your friends, to all your families, to all your loved ones. And the final Shanti, the final peace, is for all the beings in all the worlds, for all the mountains, for all of nature, for all the waters of the world, for the oceans, the seas, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the ponds, for all life on this beautiful planet and beyond. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As we take in a breath together, and on the exhale we chant Om, the big Om, and then 3 Shanti, Shanti Shanti Shanti. So taking a nice deep breath into the belly together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Just offering the fruits, all benefits of this practice, of the celebration tonight, back to the source from which it came. back to Shiva, back to Shakti, back to the divine, back to the cosmos, for the greater good of all sentient beings. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings in all worlds be free, happy and at peace. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much, Alex, and thank you so much to everyone here. I would normally have a space for shares at the end, but I'm actually not going to tonight. It feels more important that way. It's only the beginning of the night. It's only the beginning of Mahashivarati, and let's just be with that energy within ourselves. Let us just be with that stillness, that presence, that divine wisdom. If you do want to share anything in the chat box now, do feel free. But just have that awareness as we connect to these mantras, into the breath. We are actually working with really powerful practices as well. And sometimes we're filling ourselves with so much light, and as part of that, it does sometimes shine a light on bits of ourselves that have been in darkness, in order so that they can come to the surface to be released. So just have that awareness that over the following days there may be emotions that come to the surface, but just allowing those to be released and taking care of yourself, and just keep returning to the breath, keep returning to stillness, and through that. Huge gratitude to every single one of you for tuning up tonight. It is, when we come together to do practices like this, the power of it just grows exponentially. It's so much more than I could create myself or Alex could create himself, and we really create a sort of shared resonance or prayer that goes out, way beyond ourselves. It goes out across the full planet, and it goes out across the universe as well. So huge gratitude for coming together with this loving intentions, and coming together to breathe with love and into our own divinity, into the divine masculine aspects that we're on, and returning that to the source of love, to the source of power that the world needs at the moment. It needs us to be embodying this aspect, so that we can take action. We feel safe to take action in the world, to step up into our true power and to make a difference in the world. So thank you so much for coming into presence. Thank you so much for coming in this space of unity consciousness, because it's as we breathe, we don't just breathe for ourselves, we breathe for each other too. So thank you for the lovely comments in the chat box as well. It's a real honour, thank you for your love and service. Honestly, it's a real honour to be able to step up and hold these spaces together. So thank you for turning up, and thank you for allowing us to do this for you. I have recorded this as well, so I will share that, and feel free to pass it onwards as well. So shall we take some final breaths together? Thank you so much, everyone, and go off and light the planet up with love. Thank you. Bye.